So start from the beginning, because I'm trying to remember what you were saying.
So basically, the humans are on one space, one environment that's inside another environment. We are on Earth, and the Earth is just one planet in the galaxies. You could compare that to an ant on the patio in this backyard.
Let's see. Can we see any ants? Can you show me what you mean exactly?
Probably aren't some at the moment, but this is an ant hole. Anyway, so the ant doesn't know that there's more than the patio here. He just thinks there's an ant.
Oh, I see.
He just thinks that he just keeps walking. He doesn't know he's just part of of lots of worlds, and the human race is sort of like that. After they've discovered what's up there, they know they're only a little part of the huge galaxy.
So do you think we're alone in the universe? Are we the only intelligent life?
No, I think there probably are many different kinds of life forms, cells and organisms. Some may not be visible, some may not have been discovered, and some may be on places we can't go. And they all might have the same perspective as we do on this, that there might be others, and that maybe they can find them someday, but at the moment they don't know. They're part of a big world. And
Well, what do you think?
They call them Indigo children. They have high IQs, heightened intuition, and some claim they can see dead people. Tonight, are these kids being manipulated by their parents? Or is there something to their unusual claims? This is Anderson Cooper 360.
A question for you tonight. How can you tell if your child is gifted or has a disorder? We ask you that because some parents and even some doctors believe that a number of children today are gifted with psychic powers. They call them Indigo children and say that some of these kids can even see the spirits of the dead. Now, believing in spirits is not that unusual. A third of Americans do, according to a recent Gallup poll. But saying that these children have psychic powers takes it to a whole other level. Some doctors say the kids have shown symptoms of attention deficit disorder, not psychic powers. Tonight's CNN's Gary Tuckman introduces you to some of the so-called Indigo children, and, well, you can judge for yourself.
Paula, what's your problem? At 14 years of age, you go through a really rebellious time.
Through the lens on her computer's camera, 17-year-old Sandy Bershad communicates with friends across the world.
That's Eric. He's from Sweden.
But from her bedroom on the Jersey Shore, Sandy says she is wired into another universe, a sort of supernatural superhighway.
Your dead grandmother visited you last night.
Uh-huh.
In your bedroom?
Uh-huh.
And what did she say to you?
Just to say hello, that she loves me, that kind of thing. And she usually just comes to visit. Her energy is very, nice, healing.
Sandy, who spends a lot of her time on the beach, believes that guiding spirits surround her.
Right now you see angels.
Yes.
And where are they?
They're, over here.
Over here?
Yeah.
Like near my shoulder?
Yeah.
It may sound like science fiction, but a growing network of believers say these types of visions are fact. Teens like Sandy claim they're part of a special generation born after 1978 known as Indigo children, for the deep blue auras that psychics say they see around them. Indigo children have high IQs who tend to be rebellious and oversensitive. They're often also said to share special gifts, heightened intuition, and psychic abilities.
She's one of them, isn't she?
Excuse me.
An indigo, like my son.
In recent years, the Indigo phenomenon has made its way into movies, books, websites, and even to the therapist's office.
They will say, I've heard that you deal with indigo children or children who are highly sensitive. Can you help me with my child?
You think?
I don't know.
Psychotherapist Julie Rosenshine says parents seek her help with kids they believe are indigos, many of whom have trouble socializing and paying attention in school.
Usually I'll get an email that will say, my child is having meltdowns, she can't sleep at night, she says that she sees things in her room, can you help me?
What do you say?
I usually say, wow, you're seeing something at night? Do you know that sometimes angels visit at night? And their eyes will sometimes cloud up, with tears even, maybe, because it's the first time that anybody really affirmed for them that what they saw was not crazy, did not make them crazy.
And the beginning of the movie shows Superman as a baby, and his parents are putting him in this little space pod, and he's being sent to Earth. And so it shows kind of this trial of him, of the journey to Earth. There's, loud noises, and the baby's crying, and flames or something, I forget exactly. In the course of watching this, I was flooded with this memory that I had experienced something similar to this. Not in this lifetime, of course, but sometime previously. So I guess this would be, a confirmation of that starseed reality.
When we use the word starseed, most of us are not talking about the same thing, which is always the issue. Being on the same page about what we mean relative to starseed is an issue, because for many people, you've had a previous life on extraterrestrial planets, which by that standard, everyone is in that.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. So I guess there are different waves. Like you've said that you're indigo. Go ahead.
Okay, so what we really mean when those of us who are not talking in that way speak of a starseed, what it means is that humanity has been asking for answers, which extraterrestrial beings contain those answers to, most like teachers. And so what will happen is that an extraterrestrial being will choose to come down and either project forth the image, kind of like a holographic image, that the human mind can't participate and can't perceive any difference between the hologram of the projection of human and something that is physically incarnated as human.
I see.
So it won't seem like anyone else to the physical senses. Whereas if you go to the fourth dimensional reality of that particular person, it will be vacuous.
How do you mean? What would be vacuous?
You will not see the fourth dimensional representation of that being will be more like a telegraph image than it will be like a ghost. And then the further you trace back, you'll see this forking where suddenly you're standing not in front of your friend, but you're standing in front of an extraterrestrial being.
Okay.
So it's that the extraterrestrial has chosen to come down, project forth the image of a physical human body, or else directly feed their consciousness so as to create an actual physical being in utero, but that the consciousness of the extraterrestrial being is still feeding through to the physical human perspective. So you remember how I told you about multiple consciousness streams?
Yep.
When we say starseed, what we mean is that there's a consciousness stream that is feeding the perspective of the physical human, which is extraterrestrial in nature.
Okay, so that's...
yours is plebeian.
What's that?
And yours is plebeian.
That was going to be one of my questions, and I'm not at all surprised to hear that. Thank you.
Yes.
Very cool. I've read a lot.